Logan Paul versus Dillon Danis is official for the Misfits Prime card on October 14th. This fight is part of the double main event along with KSI versus Tommy Fury. Whatever a double main event even means, I don't really know what's going on with that. Now, I am both surprised and not surprised about this fight announcement. We have been hearing rumors about this fight for quite some time now. I feel like we all knew that Dillon Danis was going to be the announced opponent. There have been rumors, Misfits even hinted at it in one of their posters. They have had beef in the past. They still have beef now. So we saw this one coming. But I am also surprised because what are the odds that Dillon Danis even shows up for this fight? We know that Dillon dropped out of his fight against KSI, who is a much smaller opponent than Logan Paul. KSI is fighting at around 180 pounds these days. This fight is scheduled for 195 pounds, which definitely gives the advantage to Logan Paul. And I don't even think Logan needs any advantages for this fight. But what are the odds that Dillon just sticks around for the promotion, has some Twitter exchanges, maybe shows up to a press conference, and then bails out last minute? I am hearing that he will have to pay a $100,000 fine if he drops out of this fight. I don't know how that got put into his contract, but that is what I'm hearing. Maybe, just maybe, he'll show up for the bag. But I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens. I'm already seeing everybody on Twitter talk about how Dillon's not showing up for this fight. Logan even mentioned it in his fight announcement. But let's say Dillon does show up. How does this fight go? Not well for Dillon. If I'm gonna be honest, I don't think this fight is close at all. I think Logan Paul wins this fight relatively easily. I know Logan Paul is winless. He has not won a boxing match, but his opponents have been KSI, who most people think of as the #2 influencer boxer. And then he fought Floyd Mayweather, which was kind of its own thing. It's kind of separated from the rest of influencer boxing. But Logan is skilled. He has trained for a pretty long time, and he is a much bigger guy than Dillon Danis. He will have the size advantage. He will have the reach advantage. And Dillon Danis' striking has always been bad. I think this is a good opponent for Logan to come back and get a win. If that is his ultimate goal for this fight, to get a win, then he picked the right guy. I see Logan wanting two things out of this fight: a win and promoting Prime. Those are the two things Logan wants to do. And you know Logan is the best promoter in all of influencer boxing, whether it comes to Prime or his own fights. Logan Paul has always been a great promoter, and I'm excited to see him make his return. And if we're continuing to be honest here, Logan has not necessarily been well received in the media lately, and a lot of people would definitely like to see him get knocked out. So what do you do if you're Logan Paul? You go and fight the one guy who people want to see get knocked out even more, especially in the MMA community. I think everyone kind of just sees Danis as a joke and would love to see him get knocked out. Logan Paul being that guy, being the one to finally shut him up, would gain him some respect and love from the MMA community, not necessarily for his skills, but for just the act of knocking Danis out. Overall, this is a huge fight on a huge card. The return of KSI and Logan Paul fighting on the same card. You know the undercards for this fight are going to be insane as well. I wouldn't be surprised if this one gets to 1 million pay-per-view buys. Depending on the price, I don't know how much they're going to set it at. And I hope they get some replacement fighters ready to go, because we know there is a high chance that Danis does not show up on fight night. You can get guys like Le'Veon Bell. He would gladly take that Logan Paul fight. You can get Tyron Woodley, Anthony Taylor, maybe even JMX. 4 guys right there. Get them ready. Get them on standby for when Dillon does not want to fight. So if this fight goes down, I think Logan Paul wins it pretty easily. What do you guys think? Am I off the mark on that one? Do you think Dillon Danis can beat Logan Paul? If so, why? Subscribe for more boxing content and updates. The support is much appreciated. Thank you for watching. Peace.